It's all shot. These progressive conservatives are the extremists of our world in Canada. They're destroying our country and taking us down. Right wing fascism. And what they do, they let in a bunch of crooks. Yeah, this place is over marketed, overpriced, but that's libertarianism. Free market rock. I don't know how we're going to live through this. I got to move. I couldn't even get my phone fixed. I asked the guy to fix it. He couldn't fix it. So I just wasted. I got $1,000. I got to get out of Canada, Ontario. I'm living on the food bank, and it's junk, and nobody gets any food for me. I should be able to afford my food on my income, but I'm not going to pay taxes into this area. Yeah, it's Connie. It's conservative Doug Ford. But the kids listen to all this junk on here and this right-wing conservatism against Justin Trudeau. Collingwood was run by liberals, Paul Martin and everything. They're good liberals. Pierre Elliott Trudeau was a good prime minister. I don't care what you say. I'd rather be a communist. I'd be one of those right-wing suckers legalizing guns and angry kids going around. Libertarianism. That's what the problem of the world is. Too much free libertarian right-wing extremism. And it's just not Nazi. My dad was a liberal. I'm not a liberal. I'm Green Party. But I can't work with Green Party. We can't work with conservatives. And you're going to hate me. I don't give a damn about you, you right-wing suckers. I look at you run down Justin Trudeau because of his dad. His dad was a good prime minister who didn't take guff off of people. And he was a good prime minister. Even though Fidel Castro, I wrote cigars. He helped Cuba get through the revolution. Okay, he made mistakes. Trudeau made a mistake putting the pipeline through. That's about the only mistake. These guys, they just do everything to get people mad. Look at him. He wants to legalize guns when we had all these people murdered. Want to bring them in. That was got rid of him, but he's still talking snur. Terrible politician. See, we got a complete. They were the ones that wouldn't allow people. They convinced people in the referendum not to have fair voting. If we had had fair voting, we would have had a better democracy. I'm not conservative at all because they block renewables and they lie and cheat and they're just dreadful. And am I a liberal? Not when you put pipeline through. And I don't care if you don't like me. I really don't give a hoot. I might have to leave Canada because of this. But right now, I'm just trying to cut my way across. They stole my house, the kids. Didn't like my Green Party way. Well, he didn't win in Alberta, but he's pretty good. I like him. And the Green Party would be good there. Now, he wasn't going against the oil sector. He was doing things for younger people there. Getting housing, affordability. He was talking about getting the education prices down. Making community colleges free to the younger people. He's a good guy. He's a young man. And no, I'm with those people. I can't talk. Can't wear a Green Party shirt. They'll shoot me. So how much polarization this junk on YouTube's done and all over the place. It's made a violent society. You should see the crime out in the streets right now. I have to lock the doors. It's so dangerous in Collingwood. It used to be a nice town. They're all on opioids. They're all angry. They medicate on their phones. And they listen to this male misogyny and anger all the time. Lots of girls around, but they don't date them. They're so angry and they're on drugs. What's happened to a generation? I wasn't perfect. I grew up in the 70s, and at least the music was good. It wasn't that junk. Oh my God. It's dreadful stuff. I hated heavy metal. I listened to a lot of great music, but heavy metal was just too much gain. Now it sounds like the devil and the swearing and the bad language. It's just garbage. And hip hop. Oh, Lord. We had a lot of years in the 60s, and I really hated country. It was just nothing but country music. And then the revolution of outlaw music came in, and we started listening to it. But I was a bit of a hippie. I didn't like Waylon Jennings saying, "We don't smoke marijuana in Muskogee Be changed." But I don't smoke dope now. I don't look like them. I haven't done any drugs or anything for years. I've been straight as an arrow. I never got caught. I didn't smoke much. But my friends did, and they did. So I don't like drugs. So I work at the Canadian Mental Health Association, try to get them off. But that's who I'm using for getting me food in here. And they can't even get to me. They're so busy. The police, I could call them. I was on the floor 3 days. I fell. I didn't have a phone. Bell wouldn't replace it. They should, but you get through to them. Now, worst bell company I've ever seen. They're all bad. Now they got $1,000 bill to reinstate my phone, but they won't fix the phone. Give me a lawyer. But the best thing to do is get a flight to Calgary and go up and get away from. They say you're going to the boonies. Yeah, I'm going to the boonies. I don't want to live in Calgary. It's dangerous. Canada's a dangerous pit right now. Crime and everything. I work with police. They tell me it's a bit dangerous. They get shot at and everything. So I think the whole collective is. I'm just opening my can. Nothing to eat. I told them to bring food around. Oh, you had food last week. It's junk. It's junk, and it's making me sick. I gotta leave. Those box stores. He said, "Why do you want to go to the boonies? Because I can grow a garden. Share, do a farm share." We gotta move on. If they keep on causing the areas to high density, you gotta move. I'm a farm kid. I'm going back up to Alberta. I'm looking at a couple of places out there. At least I can eat and afford an apartment that would have everything with me. I found a place. She's in Mexico. She's a horsewoman. She's got a $1,200 a month, but it's big upstairs. It's in an arena, but she's big, and I can afford that because the government of Alberta gives me funds, and I can afford the food because the food will be grown or local, or I can grow it on the ranch. I can't live here. There's no bar. There's no balcony to grow food. Nothing. It's like a prison. You go out to the restaurants here, because it's a tourist town, but it's worse than a tourist town. It's a grab town. Wouldn't come here. The prices are so high. I've seen people come in from other parts of Canada. Look at the price of beer. It's terrible. It's terrible. But it's a crime zone. I go out and I thought I'd have maybe McDonald's. Sit there and just relax. Kids coming in, they're all stoned. They're kicking things all over. Nice people in there. Just cursing and swearing and causing trouble. They're kicking cars. They're on drugs. Has our society got sick? I think so. And I really do think it's social media. And I think that's why our politics sucks right now. I think it is. I don't think Trudeau's as bad as what I see looked at it. I see programs for me and people. He's just printing money because they scammed the Bank of Canada. So where's the internet going, eh? Didn't have that before. I grew up in the 55 here. It's a nice town. Father worked hard. Why live here? They stole money on me, the family. They just scammed me out of the house. And that's the way it goes when the price of markets goes high. So you talk about anti-egalitarianism? Who's saying that? I believe in an egalitarian system where everybody has enough to live on. And then they won't be creating crime and stuff because they haven't got anything. They just take things from them. Because the government started cutting laws out under the progressive conservatives, Doug Ford and all those right-wing suckers like Mike Harris. You don't know how bad Mike Harris was. Those liberals were good, but they got them out. They were good liberals. Paul Martin was launched there. There's jobs here. Frank Skronicki had a manufacturing firm. Might not be your fancy high university jobs like Jorgen Peterson of clinical psychology. I wouldn't touch that stuff with a 10-foot pole the way he twists around right-wing conservatism and gender attacks and crap. I don't like Jorgen Peterson because he's a right-wing sucking bucket from Green Party and eat it. I have always supported the Greens and I've always supported NDP, but oh hell, they're communists. Everybody's a freaking communist because everybody's so stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't understand liberalism. You don't see the programs that Justin Trudeau's getting, but you keep on ranting about that asshole. Pull-up is going to screw Canada, and you get on here and say, oh, what's wrong with you? I just know you're stupid. You know, what's his thing? He's getting out, always convinced you to get off carbon tax. Well, that was saving me money. That was feeding me. But I hear a bunch of idiot right-wing dingers saying, well, every time I start my truck, it costs me money. Listen, we were supposed to be off this years ago. I was hoping 213. Oh, hell no. We're right up to now. They've been telling stories for a long time. It's Australia, and they're off coal because why? China just changed their energy system. See, you don't know what's going on. South Australia's going all renewable. You can buy electric cars there. I don't know if they're a car called. What a bunch of rubbish on there. Car calls. You know, I got a film in DVD. I want to get a DVD player when I get out west. It's called Who Killed the Electric Car? The Conspiracy Theory. You know, electric cars came out until Rothschild Rockefeller came around. They were horseless carriages with electric engines. So what happened? Well, we got oil here and we just keep on selling it. So they tethered the economy down on that stuff. They came into commodity markets and the banks are all hooked to it. So what do we got on now? Commodity market system is going to crash like a cooker. So what's happened out there? They promised them a lot of things. They always make promises. They promised us this housing market come down. It's gone up 5 times higher. Conservatives. She's promised that they'd cut the gas tax off. Oh no, they brought it back on. They can't. So what are you gonna do? She's also cut off. They had a program there getting jobs. That was the renewable sector because it feeds farms and the grid system's big. It's a big province. So she cut that off. Moratorium on it. No renewables. They started trucker strike. That was Jason Kenney. Why? Why he wants to get people mad so he can keep his power. Like Jason Kenney did some things. He cleaned up where you can go in there and get business going. This province, you forget it. It's conservative, and Doug Ford couldn't get any of that cleaned up. And the people working in Ontario suck. They suck. They don't. They don't. They're so burned out, nuts. They suck. You call them up, and they, huh? Ontario really sucks. I'm ashamed of Canada. It's a piece of garbage now. I used to love this country. I went down in 1967. I was in a parade for uh, the Confederation of Canada. Yeah, we were united all across Canada. And then these guys came in, these CPCs, when Stephen Harper, and I think that was the end of the beauty of this country being unified. Harper started lying, and Elizabeth May wrote a book, End of Democracy. So you'll call me a communist, and you'll call me, I'm not a communist. I believe in a democracy where people can afford things. I can't even afford to eat here. That's pretty bad. So what's that? Free market capitalism has gone awry. So wouldn't you want to go a little bit more liberal or socialist where you can afford things? No, you're going to listen to those guys. They're the guys that did it. They're the guys that did it. I hope you feel better. And, you're so polite, you right wing ding dongs. You ding along, long longs. You Nazis. You're really polite and say I'm crazy. You make me crazy because I'm not eating. I want to live by myself, but I can't live here. There's no housing in Ontario. Conservatives. I hope Alberta we get some mixes in there. I think Rachel Notley improved Alberta. I really did. NDP. But she's in there and she's cutting out a lot of things. Girls and boys, she's cutting out, she's brought a lot of heat in there. It is a little weird seeing a guy wear a dress. It's sort of woke, but it's not as bad as not eating. I could look at a guy wearing a dress and not really worry about it. But I do worry when I can't afford food. I was hoping to retire and live in Canada. Nah. Whose fault is it? Whose fault? Is it Trudeau? I don't think so. Stephen Harper. Why was the food prices going up? Talk to the Ombudsman of Ontario. They've cut off the CP rail. He cut out unifying unions. Oh, they want too much money. Well, these weren't unions. They wanted less time working. Yeah, but they were working so much. The CP rail was on strike because they couldn't go home because they cut down the staff and then just save money. And they can't live that way. So they're out in strike. And that was cutting out a lot of our food coming in from there to out west. We got another war now with no mediations. We got St. Lawrence Seaway cutting out. So shipping is gone. It's just shoot. So who did this? Justin Trudeau? I don't think so. He doesn't really have that much power over this rubbish. This is right-wing politics all over Canada. I haven't seen Nova Scotia get better. They just fund more hospitals. Look at the hospital. He's suing the hospital in Nova Scotia because his wife died waiting too long, 10 hours since she died. She was only 37. Isn't that nice? You like to die? That's what sort of politics we get. Just to get in power. No democracy. Democracy's out the door. This is these right-wing extremists wanting freedom. Freedom is the problem. The free market system. Be able to do what I want so I can screw up the housing market. What I want to do anything like that. You don't listen. You're all mind hacked. And I hate Trudeau. I don't think he's as bad as I think he's like his dad in some ways, but it's just rubbish. There's a bimbo on there. She's a Trumpster, and I was looking at her on Reddit. I'm gonna cut that thing out. She's got Bill Clinton wearing in drag. Isn't that nice what we can do? And then they're putting the right wing fascists. They're putting Trudeau on a comment. It just helps you get so much more angry. I was a little upset about the war in Vietnam and the planet being destroyed, but now you got Greta Thunberg on here. Greta Thunberg, you can do all sorts of technology and humiliate people that are environmentalists. There's a young lady in England that's breaking the law to get the government to stop funding fossil fuels. She shouldn't have to. She should have men behind her saying, please stop this. But it's just apathy and listening to hogwash. You're all mind hacked. You're being bought into a program of a changing world that is, you got a fixed mindset. So you've had a lot of information shoved up your butt for years going to university and college or high school. I know it was really coming out in the 70s. They're shoving it up there so much. There's no space for learning anything. When I got out of college, I had to start revisiting those books because I didn't get it because it was so much on me. And it was Horse College. It was equine studies. And I bought a book in a bookstore. And I read it. So I couldn't get it in that short amount of time, just shoving it up there like a sausage. Meat going into a tube. And that's all they've done in Canada, the help of the education system. Just shove it right up there. And you see girls in Tim Hortons coffee shops drinking double espressos to pass their scholastic exams. You know what we're doing to young people? We're killing them. Unfortunately, we're killing young people. Our type of education system. Things aren't that tough before. Ever since the 70s, it's been going down with force-fed information. As the economy is increasing and growing and new technology. No gap of space to think about things. So that's an Orwellian society. It's just been building up and building up and building up. There's no mindfulness or any where. Yeah, I get a little upset when I'm not eating right. He's never around to help me because he can't. Well, there's the only services I can get. Now I'm in financial debt with Bell because they wouldn't fix the phone. I dropped it off air. I can't get to these other places that don't have Apple repair. Yeah, I think he buggered it up. I think. Got to pay him. I was going to pay him, but he couldn't fix it. He wasn't even trying. Probably didn't even try. Because I got that a few times here. I had a Mac computer. He really buggered it up. He's got a shingle, but he can't fix a Mac. I've had a lot of things lost. He couldn't fix my PC. So I wanted to take it to him because he's about the only one. I thought it was good, but no, I think I'm done. And Bell wouldn't fix it. That was their responsibility. So I'm behind in payments on it. $1,000 with no phone. Isn't that nice? I paid that damn thing up and I ran out of money. I was on the floor. I was in the hospital because I had no phone to call anybody, getting help. So he came in and he got me a flip phone. What am I going to do now? I got all my documents on club things and I can't get the phone number. There's so much security on it. So it's really, really been a go. Stressful. The bed's terrible. Where I'm going is she's got a nice bed in there, and I'm looking at another one that's got a bed in it and tables. I would be buying furniture because they threw out all the furniture. So tell me if this is a good solution. Maybe it's Doug Ford. They got an attack on them to get them rid of them because social media influence had got them in the second time. And it's just increasing the price. It's not lowering it. So what I say about Pierre Paulette is he'll do the same damn thing. Because that's what he's saying. He's saying the same message as Doug Ford. Build more houses. But you can't figure it out. Build more houses doesn't seem to lower the market. The problem with our country is we're controlled by influencers. And corporations that have just gone haywire, free market capitalism. Like Bell used to be a good company. Now it's a terrorist company. You might as well drop a bomb on the place if you're eating garbage. Because these guys are terrorists. The cost of living is so high because of free market boys. They say it's a commodity market. Commodity market. Housing's right. But no, house flipping's a commodity. Raise up the prices, flip them again. What do they do with COVID? Instead of downsizing and working together, they flip them 5 times. So a lot of young people are leaving. I don't blame them. So whose side do you want? Whose side? People your age? Are you on people's your age side? You right-wing suckers? Are you on your own people's side? They're just destroying this country with conservative fascism? Are you? The crime rates are climbing? Cops are getting killed? Whose side are you on? You hate women? So you might as well go out and rape them. The crime rate of sexual indiscretion is going up. Might as well. This is what you're going. You're friggin' crazy. You tell me I'm crazy. I don't need a psychiatrist. You all do. Both right-wing conservative. You all friggin' need a doctor. But they're all friggin' connies. You know, if they were good doctors, they wouldn't be conservatives. They wouldn't be so stupid. Where did I put that lid? That doctor almost killed me, so I don't go to a doctor. I go to a naturopathic medicine. I wouldn't trust them. You ever have so many drugs shoved up your butt because you burned out by driving taxi? It happens. I came back here at a college education, but came back to look after my mother. You know what? Because I had integrity to care for people. But every time I care for people, I go down with them. So what I'm doing is charging and getting income. I'm going to charge quite a bit because I want money back. And I want to help people, but they won't do what they're told. So anybody I works for gets any help, they'll pay a high price. And they'll appreciate the work. Because I'll give them all what the money's worth. Because they've raised the economy so much, I can't charge cheap. I can go to Costa Rica. I've got a couple of jobs, but I got to get the passport. I need my phone. I got this computer, but I'm getting out. I'm done. I can't take Canada now. But I wouldn't blame Trudeau. It's not Trudeau. It's your right-wing boys. They're all in every province, the conservatives. They've just flooded the thing with this anger bit. And that's who's causing this. Look at every province. It's blue, 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 blue. Conservative. Trudeau's just a little area. It's a disaster. One-way party system. Fascism.